While the soul of any community is more than simply bricks and mortar, the bricks and mortar tend to connect us to each other and with past generations. What is everybody? Come on a little closer. I do not have any amplification tonight. And part of that's by design so that we all purposely stay together. The other part of it is that it was difficult finding any type of amplification equipment that didn't weigh about 40 pounds, and I really didn't want to strap it on Jess here as I walked around downtown. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Kevin Lund. I grew up in this town, graduated from Mayo High School in 1972, went off for a year of college at St. Olaf, which didn't go very well for me. So I sought out the broader pastures of the University of Minnesota where I graduated. I eventually got through law school, came back to town and practiced law for almost 20 years, and then was appointed by Governor Jesse the Mind Ventura as a district court judge 7 years ago. And I've been a district court judge here at what I like to call the Olmsted County Courthouse as opposed to the Government Center. There's a couple of rules that will apply tonight. First of all, this is a leisurely walk, and I hope that it's fun for everyone. The second thing is that I hope that everyone here will gain some little measure of appreciation for our historic past. I suspect that all of you are here tonight because you have some interest in historic preservation or have been involved in one degree or another in historic preservation efforts in the community. And so hopefully this will rekindle kind of that passion that I think has been lost in our community over the last few years. Second, you each may have some different perspective of each building that we look at or area, and I'm more than willing to have you share that with the group and actually correct me if I'm wrong. I've gathered this information over a variety of over a number of years from a variety of sources, and I don't claim to be by any stretch of the imagination an expert on our city, but I have an intense interest in historic buildings, having been born and raised here and being a third-generation Rochester boy. The other thing I will tell you before we begin, there's two books that I'm going to show you that are superb, for those of you that don't have them, that are interested in preservation and in the architectural integrity of our community, or what's left in many respects. This may be a real short tour. First is a book by Ted St. Main, and it's called Images of America. It's Rochester, Minnesota. It's a great textbook, has some wonderful photographs. And the other is by a gentleman I was just introduced to, Mr. Calavano, who is over here, Alan, and it's the Postcard History Series of Rochester. It's a brand new book. It's absolutely magnificent, and it's basically old black and white postcards that Alan has brought to life, and it gives you a great flavor of what this community used to be. So I bought these at Barnes & Noble, and Alan may actually have some, and he and I are not working in concert with one another. I didn't realize that he had that bag, but I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for having that. So we're going to make our way kind of through the oldest part of town, and then hopefully we're only going to have to cross a couple of streets, and we'll end up down at the Peace Plaza. So I'd also like to thank the University of Minnesota Rochester and Teresa for her hard work in putting this together, and Jill as well on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce. So I hope we enjoy our 1 hour tour, and with that we'll grab some bottles of water and off we go. I'd also like to introduce, I'd be remiss if I didn't do this tonight, two of my best friends are here. Mike Pruitt, who is the designer of this marvelous Rochester Fest button. Yes. MLT Video, he's the man. We really are shilling things tonight, I'm not sure. And this is John Kriesel, who is one of the staunchest preservationists in this community, and a wonderful friend not only to me but also to this community, and in many instances the only voice of reason in some of the decisions that are made in this town. So with that, we'll head up 4th Street, all right?